Shalawam, sister Shalawam, Koholo Yahweh Bashem, Hamashiach Malak Yahushai, all honor, glory to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. So, sisters, Lord willing, you're here right now about to watch this video after you already watched the part 1, okay? If you did not watch part 1, I'm gonna be very upset, okay? Because you need to watch that before you watch this one. So, this is a very heavy topic. This courting is very serious, and I really want sisters to write everything down that I'm bringing out and just really meditate on these precepts and types of scenarios, because when you don't take the time to court a brother, you will end up in a situation that you can't get out of or that you don't want to be in. Okay? All right, so let's just jump into it. Proving a brother. Okay? That's number 1. Prove a brother. You're not going to get to know a brother overnight. It's going to take more than 2 months. It's going to take more than I would say even a year. It would take more than even a year to really get to know a man, okay? Just like I had brought out in the last video, the sister in IUIC, she was courting she was courting that brother, I think she said for 2 years, correct me if I'm wrong. The sister said she was courting the brother for 2 years, and then they end up getting married, okay? Take your time. No rush into being married. A lot of the time, sisters don't take the time to prove brothers, okay? And you want to take the time to get to know who you are thinking about, who you want to spend your whole life with, okay? All right, let's jump into it. This is Ecclesiasticus 6 and 7. If thou wouldest get a friend, prove him first, and be not hasty to credit him. Don't be hasty to credit a brother, okay? Don't be hasty to say that this is a good brother, okay? Because a lot of the times, favor is deceitful, all right? Favor is just not only deceitful for sisters, but it's deceitful for brothers. It's a lot of people, and it's truth, that say that they're in the truth. They might have a hair wrap on, they might have fringes on, they might do videos, they might do breakdowns, they might be on the highways and byways, they might be doing all of this work for the body, or they could be just a brother that's just mighty through the spirit. All right, it could be a mighty brother. All right, just because you see that brother and you see that this brother is iced out and Israelite, he got a whole chain on that say Israelite, and he iced out. You think he got money, and driving a nice car, and he on the highways and byways, whatever the case may be. That could be deceitful, because the brother could be a demon. Understand that. There are demons in this truth, sisters and brothers, that act like they're in the truth, but their goal is to ruin your life. Understand it. I know that sounds sad, it sounds scary, but it's the reality of a lot of situations, okay? And I see it all the time, all right? All right, so don't be hasty to credit anybody. Don't be hasty to credit a brother just because he took you out on a couple of dates and, he asking you, what you want? Like, what you want to, I'm going to make you a stay-at-home wife, and I'm trying to get to know you, and look, I plan on marrying you. I want to see you barefoot and pregnant around my house, and you kind of falling for it. You falling for it. And let's get that. Because 13 and 4. If he have need of thee, he will deceive thee, and smile upon thee, and put thee in hope. He will speak thee fair, and say, what wantest thou? So he gonna need you. Brothers be needing sisters for something, because brothers be wanting it. Some brothers, all right, be wanting to get their rocks off. Okay, they might try to persuade you into, like I said the last video, they might try to persuade you into giving them salakia if it's explicit salakia. They might try to persuade you into giving them oral. They might try to persuade you into laying down with them. They're gonna it's a lot of brothers that might try to get something from you because they need it. They want something from you. Okay, they'll try to deceive you. All right, a brother will try to deceive you. Understand it, especially if you don't take the time to prove them. All right, and put thee in hope. So in your mind, you like, he said he wants me to be a stay-at-home wife, and I like how Sister Mawafia, she be teaching her kids, and I want to be like that too. I want to be a stay-at-home wife, and I see the other sisters, they be teaching their kids, having activities, and I really want to be a mom. Like, I really want to be a mom. And he's saying, like, he want to make me a stay-at-home wife. I'm down for it. No. Don't be hasty to credit this brother. Okay? He's putting you in hope, like the scripture says. And put thee in hope, and he will speak thee fair and say, what wantest thou? Speak sweet things to you. All in your ear, telling you everything that you want to hear. What you want? What you want from me? You want a husband out of me? You got it. You got it. All right? But if you don't prove the brother, like verse 8 in Ecclesiasticus 6 and 8, for some man is a friend for his own occasion and will not abide in a day of trouble. Some brothers will not be, they'll be your friend for their own occasion. They might want to try to get some sexual, you could be like, a brother in the truth would do this? Yes, a brother in the truth would do this. All right? This is a wake-up call. These are red flags. A brother in the truth, if a brother asks you for sexual favors while you're courting, I need you, like I said before, go ahead and block the brother. Say, I deserve more than this. You don't even gotta explain yourself sometimes, because we don't got time for that. We already in captivity. You in school. You got your family members you gotta deal with. You gotta deal with your own spiritual warfare. You don't have time to be telling somebody that you need to be respected. Just go ahead, do yourself a favor, do your spirit a favor and block them. Okay? Because brothers are looking for those sisters that's going to be like, okay, all right, I'll do it. And then once they see that you don't care about yourself, then they're not going to care for you. Now you kind of started a cycle of abuse. Okay? So they'll be their friend for their own occasion because they're trying to get something out of you. But they won't be there for you in your day of trouble. That's a red flag. Another red flag. So number 1 was asking for sexual advances. Number 2, the second red flag is not being there for you in your day of trouble. So let's say, for instance, you just had a terrible day. Lord forbid you lost your job. Maybe, I don't know. I don't want to bring out a whole bunch of horrible scenarios. But let's say you having a terrible day. Or you can think of the worst scenario possible while you're courting this brother. And you reach out to him, and you expressing to him how you feel, and you're looking for him to ultimately kind of lead you and to comfort you with the scriptures. But the brother isn't bringing out any scriptures. He's telling you, oh, all right, yeah, Lord really feel better. Yeah, all right. That they're not abiding with you in your day of trouble. They're not bringing any precepts out. They don't care. They're not being there for you. All right, because why would you continue to talk to a brother that does not care to be there for you when you're in a day of trouble? All right, and if you skip the proving a friend phase, and you end up being with this brother and y'all are married, you could be in a situation where you don't know the brother, and you lay down with the brother, y'all are married, you're pregnant, Lord forbid something happens, and you tell the brother and let him know, like, hey, I just got in a car accident, and I don't know, whatever the situation is, I don't know, y'all don't want to speak a whole bunch of crazy situations, but whatever the situation is, and he like, okay, what that got to do with me? What that got to do with me? And you hear a woman and some kids in the background, all you hear is, daddy, daddy, daddy. I'm like, babe, what you want to eat with this rice? I'll call you back. Bye. And you like, whoa, wait a minute. What is going on? This man got a whole family. Yeah, because you didn't take the time to prove him. All right? You have to prove a man. Get to know him so that a brother can abide with you. Reach out to the brother and he's uplifting you with the scriptures. He's comforting you. You know, your spirit is feeling comforted. You feeling good. This is somebody that you want to help lead you to the kingdom of heaven. Okay? Not a nigga in the street. This is you're trying to build a relationship with and ultimately have this brother be your husband. All right? So you don't want to just settle and be with somebody and they're not really there for you in your day of trouble. Okay? You're going to put yourself in a position where you expecting something so much from somebody and they're not going to be able to give that back to you in return because of whatever issues they got going on. And you don't have time for that. Okay? So if a brother don't want to abide with you in a day of trouble, don't deal with him. You can express to him how you feel. And if he says he doesn't care, or if he acts like very nonchalant about it, just kind of move on. Okay? You don't have time for that. All right? All right, and this is verse 10, Ecclesiastes 6 and 10. Again, some friend is a companion at the table and will not continue in the day of affliction. All right, you could be spending money on a brother because you're like, oh, this is a man of the Lord right here. You taking him out, spending money on him, doing whatever you doing, helping him out, helping him with, you could be helping him out with his rent, his mortgage, car notes, gas, food, whatever the case may be. But then he won't be there for you in a day of affliction, in a day of trouble. You don't want that to be your situation. So prove a brother, and don't be shy and say, oh, I don't want him to know that I had a bad day today. No, let him know. Let him know and see how he react. Okay? All right, and this is Ecclesiastes 6 and 12. If thou be brought low, he will be against thee and will hide himself from thy face. You could be brought to a low estate. He'd be like, I don't want to deal with her. Let me move on to the next person. You calling him, he like, I'll talk to you later. You know, prove a brother. Take the time. I know y'all thinking like, how could this be possible? Like, a brother in the truth. I'm trying to tell y'all, stop playing around. All right, you're going to end up in a bad situation because you're not proving a brother. I'm gonna keep stressing that out. All right. All right, you want to have a faithful friend. This is Ecclesiastes 6 and 14. A faithful friend is a strong defense, and he that hath found such a one hath found a treasure. You want to be courting a faithful brother that's going to be there for you. All right, in any situation, this brother is one call away, and he's going to be there for you. This is someone that you plan on marrying. Understand that. You want to have that faithful friend. Verse 15, nothing doth countervail a faithful friend, and his excellency is invaluable. Understand that. All praises to the Most High. Okay? And a righteous man will find you. Like the scripture says, whoso findeth a wife findeth a good thing. All right? A brother is going to take the time to reach out to you, find you. Sisters, you shouldn't be out there looking for brothers. You all in a brother DM and you all in brothers' faces. That's how you end up in bad situations. Okay? Let the brother try to find you. Okay? All right? When you fear the Lord is going to direct your friendship aright. For as he is, so shall his neighbor be. Okay? And that's only if you fear the Lord. If you know that you've been working on your spirit, you know you're a righteous sister, you keeping the law, statutes, and commandments. You meditating on precepts night and day. You got fringes on your clothes. You keep the Sabbath day. You don't profane the Sabbath. You honor your mother and father. You have charity, alms deeds. You are overall rounded sister in this truth. Okay? That brother should be the same way. So if you fearing the Lord, if you're fearing the Lord is going to direct your friendship aright. And just like you are, then that man is going to be the same way. Just like a wicked woman is given into a wicked man. So if you are a righteous sister, you're going to find, or a righteous brother is going to find you. Okay? The Lord is going to put it in a righteous brother's spirit to find you. Okay? All right, this is Ecclesiastes 13 and 4. If thou be for his profit, he will use thee, but if thou have nothing, he will forsake thee. Okay? So a lot of the times, this is a red flag. All right? Pay attention to these red flags so you don't get jammed up and be in a situation that you can't get out of. All right? If a brother see you and you got your own house, you got your own apartment, you got your own car, you got your own job, you got a good life going for you, you got some money put away, you got your own business, whatever the case may be, a lot of brothers will see that. They will see that and they're going to try to use you. A lot of unrighteous brothers, all right, they're going to try to use you. Okay? Like it says, if thou be for his profit. If the brother don't, and that's another red flag right there. If the brother don't have his own car, his transportation, you need transportation depending on where you live. You might be able to make it work in the city, but you need transportation. Okay? You want to make sure that the brother got his own transportation, that he got his own house, a roof over his head, whether it be a house, apartment. You want to make sure that a brother has his own, okay? Because if you deal with a brother that doesn't have his own, then that can kind of make you question, well, is this brother just talking to me because I have my own house or because I have my own car or etc.? And you don't even want to have that evil suspicion and deal with any of that. You want to make sure that a brother is stable because, like I said, now we're talking about someone that you're thinking about. This is someone that you're thinking about marrying, okay? Because a lot of times a brother will see, my father used to tell me this all the time in the world, never get with the man that doesn't have anything and wants to come and live with you because you have your own. He used to tell me that all the time. He said some men will literally try to use women because they don't have anything, all right? So if you be for a brother's profit and you got all of this stuff and your whole life set out, he will use you, okay? He's going to use you. But if you don't have anything, he'll forsake you. All right. So if you a sister and you in college and you living with your family, or your mother or your father, and you courting a brother, and you're trying to get built up. You're still trying to get your life together, and you could tell the brother that, and he could be like, oh, okay, all right, I'm not gonna deal with that. I don't want to deal with that. A brother could blow you off, and then if you see the brother with a sister that got everything that you didn't have, then you'll know. Like the scripture says, you'll know a man by his fruits. You'll kind of know, like, dang, this brother didn't have nothing. Now he with this sister that got all of this stuff. And he might have stopped talking to you because, you don't have your life together. He can't use you. So a lot of brothers who might forsake sisters, unrighteous brothers, y'all, will forsake sisters if they don't have their life together. Okay? All right, moving on. Verse 5, if thou have anything, he will live with thee. Yeah, he will make thee bear and will not be sorry for it. So if you have anything, the scriptures, everything was written for aforetime for our learning. If you have anything, he see that. A brother come in your house, and don't let nobody come into your house either. Take your time. Don't rush and have a brother come into your house. And let's just get that first. Sirach 11:29. Bring not every man into thy house, for the deceitful man hath many trains. Like as a partridge taken and kept in a cage, so is the heart of the proud, and like a spy watcheth he for thy fall. For he lieth in wait and turneth good into evil, and in things worthy praise he will lay blame upon thee. Take heed of a mischievous man, for he worketh wickedness, lest he bring upon thee a perpetual blot. Receive a stranger into thy house, and he will disturb thee and turn thee out of thy own. Don't let a brother come in your house and say, hey, Shalawam, sis, you think I could just stay there for a little bit, just for a little bit, we already quarreled, we can go over some precepts, I got some wine, some yayon, let's have a good time. And you like, okay, all right, what you want to eat? And then he come over there, you cooking for him, and he like, oh yeah, she cooking, I only bought a bottle of wine, I don't got nothing, but shoot, this is about to be mine. I like this. Brother looking around. Hey, I'm telling you, when just based off of experience, based off of the things that I've seen, a brother will come into your apartment and look around. This nice. This real nice. I like this. This is it for me. Shit. You in the kitchen talking about you want some rice on the side? Yeah, I want some rice on the side. Yeah, I want some rice on the side. He in there laying down with his feet up. And I'm about to show y'all a clip of that right now, okay? And if you haven't watched A Fall from Grace, it's a Tyler Perry movie, then I don't want to spoil it for you, but this is a spoiler alert. But this is a prime example of not letting every man into your house, proving a man, all right? And a man taking everything away from you, like the scripture says. When it says he will make thee bear and will not be sorry for it. So I'm going to go ahead and play the clip, okay?
Grace, please tell me what happened. What did he do to you?
I've been so lonely since my divorce. I want to love somebody, I want to be loved.
You need to get the hell out of this house and meet somebody.
You have to see these in the right light. And the best lighting in the room is right here.
Hey.
Hey.
These are beautiful.
So are you.
Thank you. I was falling hard.
Look at this man here.
I didn't even know that a man could be that perfect.
Will you marry me?
And it was a whirlwind. It was the happiest time of my life. That's when everything I knew shattered. Who are you talking to?
Grace, they don't like being checked up on.
Mr. Clyde would like to see you in the conference room right away.
Okay.
You have 24 hours to return the money, or you're going to jail.
What money? Somebody got into my account. They got my passwords. Somebody has stolen my identity. I can't believe you do this to me. I can go to jail.
I'm your husband. You know the laws of this state. The money's mine now. It's your fault. You made this too easy. Women your age, low-hanging fruit.
Austin, I want you out of my house now.
And I want an ashtray.
You son of a bitch. He was laughing at me.
You keep saying your house. That marriage license says our house.
It was bad enough that he had taken all my money, but here he was laughing.
You watch. I'm watching. Ashtray. Ashtray, bitch!
And he wouldn't leave. I called the police. I told them everything.
You watched the clip. The sister, she didn't really take her time to prove the man. The man pretty much, Theaticus 13:6. If he have need of thee, he will deceive thee, and smile upon thee, and put thee in hope. He will speak thee fair, and say, what wantest thou? He'll say, oh, what you want? You want this, you want that, and the third, you want a family? Yeah, you okay, all right, yeah. You want to have a home, you want this, that, and the third. He'll try to swindle you and say sweet words to you, okay? And smile all up in your face, give you flowers, bring you candy, love bomb you, pretty much. All right. And then put thee in hope. So you like, oh, this is a righteous man right here. This is a really righteous man. I really want to be with this man. Okay. Putting you in hope and speak thee fair and asking you all these things that you want. Just like what happened to the sister in the movie. And she lost everything. The brother literally is laying on her bed that she bought. Talking about, go give me an ashtray, bitch. This stuff happens to people. In the truth. These things happen. It's not just a movie. That's actually a situation that goes on. Okay? Alright, and this is verse 7. And he will shame thee by his meats until he have drawn thee dry, twice or thrice. And at the last he will laugh thee to scorn afterward. When he seeth thee, he will forsake thee and shake his head at thee. And that's exactly what happened to this woman in the movie. He laughing at her, shaking his head. After he done drawn her dry, not twice, but 3 times. She done lost her job. He done took out another mortgage on her home. She about to lose her home. She's in jail. And at the last, he laughed at her. He literally laughed at her to scorn afterwards. All right? And he forsaken her like, I can't love you. I can't love you like you love me. Like, what? He was acting like a pure nigga. And shaking his head. All right? Verse 8. Beware that thou be not deceived and brought down in thy jollity. Oh, I'm saying that right, y'all. I might not be able to pronounce that right. But yeah, don't be deceived because you getting excited. This is like you got a handsome brother and he reaching out to you, and a brother real mighty, and he just, walking around his staff, and just, you're like, oh, that brother, I finally got this brother, I finally got him. This is mine. You thinking that and you all excited about it. Beware. Beware. Understand that. All right. Beware that you be not deceived, because favor is deceitful. Understand that. Okay, so moving on to the other red flags that sisters need to be aware of while courting a brother. Okay. All right, let's get into children. All right. The brother has children that he does not see nor take care of. That's very much a red flag. Don't just think, because I know a lot of women think like this, oh, well, I got him now, and he's not going to do that to me in our family. Like, I know he got another wife, and I know he had another woman he was dealing with, another family. He don't talk to them anymore. Yeah, but I seen her on Instagram. She seemed like she's still in the truth. She wearing her fringes on, she wearing her hair wrap and etc. But I'm not even going to message her, and that's their business. I ain't about to deal with that. They ain't got nothing to do with me. We got a family now. I'ma just deal with him. No, that's a red flag. If a brother does not talk to his wife, and she his first wife, and she has not committed any adultery, then you are allowing, and you lay down with him, that man is going to be in sin. Okay? That's Matthew 19:9. And I say unto you, whosoever shall put away his wife, except it be for fornication, and shall marry another, committeth adultery. And whoso marrieth her which is put away, doth commit adultery. So if that brother puts away his family and his wife, and marries you and starts a family and acts like they don't even exist, he's committing adultery. And you're okay with that. If you say, oh, that don't got nothing to do with me, I'm okay with that. Don't be that sister, okay? If a brother, it's a lot of situations where a lot of brothers can't see their children because of the women that they're dealing with. They could have a woman in the world, and she could be with a man and she's not in the truth, and she don't like the way the fringes look on the kids' clothes, and how they can't celebrate birthdays, so she don't want the babies coming over there. It's different circumstances. But if the brother is willingly not trying to be in his children's life, then that's a huge red flag. Okay? All right? And in its truth, even brothers got to be fathers to the fatherless. So you can't be with a brother that's a hypocrite. He out teaching on the highways and byways, but, teaching to the other kids in the congregation, teaching the others, being a father to the fatherless, but not a father to his own children. All right, now you with a hypocrite. Okay, the brother does not have a job, or he just cannot keep a job. Okay, I know a lot of the times the captivities, you might get laid out. The brother might get laid off. He might, his job might require him to do something outlandish that is totally contrary to the scriptures. There might be certain situations where you're courting a brother and he like, look, I got to find a new job. Okay, sometimes things happen. But you don't want to continue to court a brother that is consistently not working. Okay? Because how can he provide for you? But you always, giving him money or sending him money. Okay? The brother needs to be working. You want to make sure that you're courting a brother that is not only doing the Lord's work as well, but actually being a provider and showing that he can be a provider for you. Okay? This is 2 Thessalonians 3:10. For even when we were with you, this we commanded you, that if any would not eat, that if any would not work, neither shall he eat. So if a brother is not working, then he should not be able to eat. Just like the scripture says. It's no reason why you should be courting a brother and the brother is either, number one, not working, or he's always quitting his jobs, or he always making excuses. That's not somebody that you want to be your husband. Okay? All right? 1 Timothy 5:8. But if any provide not for his own, and especially for those of his own house, he hath denied the faith and is worse than an infidel. So if a man cannot provide for his own self, and especially those of his own household, meaning either his children, and he can't provide for you while you're courting, you need to ask yourself, is this somebody that I want to talk to? And you shouldn't be, I feel like you shouldn't be courting anybody if y'all don't have yourself together. If you don't have yourself financially together, you should not be courting anybody. Okay? When you have children, children are a huge responsibility. Okay? That is actually Proverbs 13:22. A good man leaveth an inheritance to his children's children. So you want to be with a man that could provide for you and grow to provide for his grandchildren, and leave an inheritance. Okay? You don't want to be with somebody, you don't want to court somebody that doesn't have their life together. That's always making excuses as to why they can't work. Okay? You want to make sure that this brother is consistently working and that he's able to provide a living for you and your children. Okay? Look at Judith. When Judith's husband died, he left her their whole estate. Their whole estate. And I know it's different. We're in captivity now. I know. But you want to make sure you got your ducks in order. Okay? When you get married, you have children. All right? When you have children, you have to provide for them. A lot of us, we grew up without, either one parent in the household. We grew up without either two parents in our household, or we grew up in situations where we didn't have the things that we wanted, and we didn't go anywhere. We didn't do anything. We just, you want to kind of make sure that you are providing, that you guys can be able to provide a lifestyle, a decent lifestyle for your children. Okay? Because 37:16, let reason go before every enterprise and counsel before every action. So while you're in the process of courting, you should have someone that's there to counsel. Okay? You need to have somebody that's going to be there to counsel, to check in on y'all, to make sure that, hey, maybe y'all are not compatible because you believe this and you believe that, and it seems like it's not going to work, right? And that is, can two walk together? At least they be agreed. Amos 3:3. I want to make sure that you guys are agreeing on the same things. You're not trimming your ways to please men. A brother reached out to you. His Sabbath is on a different complete Sabbath than you. You strongly, wholeheartedly believe in your heart that the Sabbath is Friday sundown to Saturday sundown. You wholeheartedly believe that Esau is a so-called white man, but this brother is saying otherwise. You got to ask yourself, are you going to trim your ways to seek love from this man? Or are you going to just stand bold on what you know and say, hey, you know what? I might not be the sister for you. Don't just give in because you want to continue the relationship with the brother. Stand bold on what you believe in. Okay? And you want to have someone there that's going to be able to mediate everything. All right, and I want to bring out Ecclesiastes 40:25. Gold and silver make the foot stand sure, but counsel is esteemed above them both. So having that counsel, that's more valuable than anything in this world, is having counsel, especially when it comes to marriage counsel. Y'all know how, like in a Christian church, they'll have before you get married, they'll have you meet with the pastor and they'll do like counsels to see, hey, are you guys compatible? How's everything going? And etc. It should be the same way. Okay? Take the counsel. All right? You don't want to be with a brother and he has a pattern of lying. My mother used to always tell me, in the world, liars are dangerous. They are dangerous. Liars are very dangerous people. You don't want to be with a brother and he's telling you he's out at camp with the brothers, but you see him walking down the street with some groceries in his hand. He done told you he was at camp, but he breaking the Sabbath, about to go into his apartment with bags of groceries. And you like, wait a minute, what? Trust me, that's not going to be the first time he lies. Okay? Beware of brothers that continuously lie and lie. Lie and lie. No, you don't want to be with a liar. Okay? Beware of brothers that lie. Okay? Because if they could lie about something so little, they'll lie about something so big and almost ruin your whole life. Okay? Be aware of brothers that do not want to meet your family, especially if you're in the truth. If a brother don't want to meet your family, that's a big red flag, because a brother should have respect for you, understanding, okay, well, you know, we're courting. Her parents are going to be my parents. I have to honor thy father and mother. You know, I'll get to know your family. But be aware of brothers that say, oh, no, I'm good. Like, hey, you want to come out with me and my family? Today we're going to go over some scriptures. And then after that, when the sun goes down, we plan on going out to eat. And he say, no, I'm good off that. I'm good, Shawty. You definitely want to court a brother that's willing to be around your family, meet your family, that's going to grow to love your family, because at the end of the day, y'all are all going to be one family, okay? And y'all are going to need each other, okay? So you want to make sure that he has a great relationship with your parents, that they're getting to know each other, and they're proving, your family is proving him as well, okay? And I wanted to touch on abuse, okay? And I wanted to show sisters signs of abuse that you should look out for while you're courting, okay? Okay, so part 3 will be the signs of domestic abuse while courting. I want to do a very in-detail video just touching on domestic abuse, whether it's physical, economical, emotional, all different types of abuse. So stay tuned and watch part 3, okay? All right, and I want to end the video with this scripture right here, Acts 37:12. But be continually with a godly man, whom thou knowest to keep the commandments of the Lord, whose mind is according to thy mind, and will sorrow with thee when thou shalt miscarry. All right, so this is the type of man that you want to be with. A man whose mind is according to your mind and will be there for you whenever you go through certain situations. All right, when you go through trials, tribulations, obstacles. This is the type of man that you want to be with. That's going to be a provider. That's going to love you, care for you. Don't be with a brother. Don't court a brother and he's fitting all of the signs that I just read. All right, Lord willing, this video is helpful to sisters. Understand your worth. Know your worth as a daughter of Yahweh B'Shem Yahshai. Lord willing, y'all keep enduring through the spirit. And I hope that this video was helpful. Remember all of the red flags that I brought out. Keep it on your mind. Meditate on it. Write it down. And know while you're courting, if you see these red flags, hey, this might not be the brother for you. Okay? All right, I love y'all. Shalawam.